What up, guys? So I'm at Fairway Supermarket, which is a great supermarket. There's these Walden Farms. Everybody always gets these. I don't really mess with them too much. I feel like they're very, a lot of chemicals in them. They're very artificial. Not doing crazy food shopping. I get my meats from NutriChef, as you guys know, and I'm doing keto. Not super strict, but just like no carb, high fat, and protein. I just need a couple things. I'm not really doing like a full-blown food shopping. And then if I see certain things that catch my eye, since I have a little bit of freedom, I'll grab. I still do my vegetables. I do zucchini and spinach. I really like coleslaw, like these type of coleslaws, like broccoli slaw. Really good trick to fill you up, because they're crunchy, they're fibrous, they fill the stomach up. My salads, I do arugula and kale. Kale is a superfood. I think it's the most nutritionally dense food on the planet. But I love onions, I love cauliflower, broccoli, the broccoli slaw that you saw, but when I'm in prep and I eat a lot of those, a couple meals throughout the day, it blows my stomach out. I get really, really bloated and crampy. So in my prep, what I kept to towards the end was spinach, cooked spinach or raw, green beans that you'll see in a sec, snow peas, and zucchini. That was really it. And zucchini is the main go-to on that. And I love zucchini spaghetti. Like, you could buy it spiralized, so it's literally like triple the price. So I bought one the other day and I do it myself now. If you guys are asparagus eaters, you should try to get white asparagus. It's amazing, really, really good. It's always expensive. It's always more than double the price of regular, and it's kind of rare too. You don't see it often. Those are some big eggplants.
Pretty soft.
Yeah? So the inside's no good, right?
Most part now.
Yeah. When getting the zucchini to spiralize, you want to get the straightest zucchini you can. Because if it curls, I'm cracking myself up, but if it's got a curvature to it, you know what, forget it. You get the idea. They're good. I mean, they're carb. They're not a vegetable. They're absolutely, yeah. You know, it's in the legume, like the bean family. They're very healthy, very good carb, low glycemic, meaning it doesn't spike your insulin rapidly, you know. You know, like starchy carbs, like rice and potatoes and bread, just my opinion, I don't think, you know, most people don't have a business eating them. You don't need them, you know, stick to vegetables, beans. Like, if I wasn't bodybuilding and I wasn't trying to replenish glycogen stores and I was just for health and longevity, I think vegans are onto something. Does it mean I would never eat meat? No, but do you need animal protein every single day like most Americans eat? No, you don't. A regular person that's not trying to be a mass monster doesn't need so much protein. I would stick with vegetables, and you could get a lot of protein from beans, legumes. Chickpeas have a lot of protein. These green beans are really good. I like these. They're crunchy. You could eat those raw. You could eat those cooked. I cook them. And then the snow peas here that they have, I have some at home, so I'm not going to buy them. They have these. And there's also sugar snaps that are really, really good, but sugar, they're a little bit higher in sugar, obviously. So, got some beans, zucchini, mushrooms. I got some lemons. I put lemon in my iced teas and just try to get some in there for vitamin C. What's up, man?
Are you on a web series?
Huh?
Are you on a web series?
No, just for myself.
For a workout?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't had peanut butter jelly in a long time, but I'm not doing carbs or sugar. The sugar-free, I wouldn't call this keto. It's got, for a tablespoon, 5 grams of carbs. No sugar, but those carbs are derived from maltodextrin. I wouldn't call this healthy or keto, but I'll get it, maybe have it after. I'm not super strict on the keto. I'm definitely not in ketosis. So this won't kill me. So I'm a very big ketchup guy. I love ketchup, but I think ketchup's like 5 grams of carbs per tablespoon. They have a no sugar added or low sugar ketchup that's like a lot less than that. I think it's like 1 carb or something. So I'm gonna get that. The nut butters, almond butter, peanut butter, there's a lot of good ones here, like natural ones. When you guys are getting peanut butter or almond butter, you wanna read the back and read the ingredients, right? So if you take like a Jiffy, which tastes incredible, ingredients: roasted peanuts, sugar, vegetable oil, mono and hydrolyzed. So there's more than one thing in here. It should really be just peanuts and maybe salt. So that's Jiffy. So you have unwanted fats, right? So peanut butter, you want the fats from the peanuts. You have fats from some other monosaturated oil. And then you have sugar in there as well. I'm not familiar with these, but let's just give one of them a try. This one is organic. Okay, this has sugar as well. Which one of these looks like it's raw or natural?
It's organic peanut butter on the bottom.
Here, ingredients: dry roasted blanched peanuts. That's it. You know, and it doesn't have a consistency. You see the oil is separate. It doesn't have a consistency as Jiffy, but it's just peanuts. So the next best step, rather than getting one of these, is grinding down almonds and peanuts yourself, or going to Whole Foods. I think they have it here. They have the machine where you just hit the button. They actually have it here. We'll go do that. And it's just peanuts or almonds, and it gets ground, and that's it. I take that and I add stevia to it, and I add vanilla extract to it, unsweetened cocoa powder, cinnamon, and I flavor it myself. Well, you know what you're getting. It's just peanuts or it's just almonds. There's no added oils or sugars or fats in it. So you have almond butter, peanuts, peanut butter, honey roasted peanut butter. I'm sure this tastes the best, but it's got honey in it, sugar. I went with the almond and peanut, mixed them together. You know, I'm just looking around kind of, see if anything catches my eye. Ketchup is in here, right here. And I think unsweetened cocoa powder is here too. I love raisins. I love raisins in my salads. I love raisins in my like ice creams, my desserts, but I've been staying away since I'm doing the whole fake keto. I need baking powder. So when you're trying to make like some healthy desserts and you're using almond flour, for instance, you need some baking powder to make it fluff up. Don't use baking soda. It's got a terrible taste to it. You want to use baking powder. A lot of people will tell you there's no difference, but my experience, that stuff is for like washing or scrubbing stuff. It tastes like crap. I made a whole batch of almond flour protein cookies, and I put baking soda, very little too, and it was just disgusting. I threw the whole thing in the garbage. So here, if you're gonna buy ketchup, regular ketchup, and you're not going for low sugar, you wanna make sure you're getting, I don't know if it's simply ketchup or organic, or you want to get it with no preservatives. So like if you look at Hunt's here, it says no preservatives. It's tomatoes, high fructose corn syrup. You don't want high fructose corn syrup. This is simply Heinz, no artificial sweeteners. This is tomato concentrate from red vine tomatoes, distilled vinegar, cane sugar. I mean, you know, it's better than high fructose corn syrup, but I want to stay away from that stuff. But anyways, regular ketchup is 5 grams of carbs for 1 tablespoon, and 4 of those carbs are sugar. Reduced sugar is 1 gram of carb for 1 tablespoon. So huge difference. And I literally love ketchup. I put ketchup on everything. Apparently I'm not the only one. There's only 2 left. You think this will be any good? Mustard sriracha?
Try the sriracha mayo.
Sriracha? 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 I always say that wrong. I say it wrong and people correct me like I care. It is what it is. Oh, here's almond flour. So almond flour, you guys can make amazing cookies and desserts with it. It's really just almonds. It's just almonds ground down. Like if you eat this with a spoon, it tastes like almonds. And again, we always look at the nutritional facts in fitness and bodybuilding, but look at the ingredients. Ingredients, almonds. That's it, nothing else. This is just crushed down almonds. So I made some really good cookies with those. You know what I put in it that actually came out really good? I was making the cookies and I was putting protein powder. And the protein powder, once you bake it, it makes it a little dry. So I put a couple scoops of cottage cheese and it kept it really moist and the cookies came out softer. It was amazing. So now we need almond milk. I want some cheese. And what I've been making my protein ice cream with is almond milk. And if you really want to make it creamier, if you're running keto, you can use half and half or heavy cream. Heavy cream's amazing, but very, very fatty. And half I've actually never bought or never used, but we're gonna take a look at it. I've been told there's also fat-free half and half, but I really don't know what's in it. I don't think it's the healthiest thing, but it makes the protein ice cream really, really creamy. I'm gonna put a new video up for the protein ice cream. I've definitely taken it to another level and made it much better, much creamier. I no longer use ice cubes. I freeze almond milk and it makes a huge difference. I'm a crackhead for cereal and granola. I love granola and I love cereal, but granola is devastating. Like the serving size is tiny. It's like not even a cup. And it's like 50 grams of carbs, all from sugar. And who the hell eats a cup? You know, I'll have a whole box. So there's some paleo granolas out there that are not made with grain. They're made with nuts. And they're pretty good. Yeah, it smells really good. I think that's fresh baked bread. There's the cheese, there's the cottage cheese. You know what? I could do without the cottage cheese. If we're gonna do cheese, we'll keep the dairy to a minimum. So I'm not vegan, obviously, but I don't really consume dairy. I'm not a big dairy person, but I love dairy. So I don't have it in my prep, but you know, right now I'm enjoying myself, indulging a little. Sometimes I'll put some cheese on my breakfast, on my vegetables or my eggs, and let it melt and burn a little bit. It's just deciding what kind of cheese to go with. What should I get? How are you? Cheddar. I love all cheeses. I love goat cheese too. Should I get it already shredded or should I get a brick? Ricotta cheese. Do you ever put ricotta cheese in your eggs or your vegetables? It's really good too.
Casing purpose, right?
I know cottage is. I mean, it makes sense because they have the same consistency, but to be honest, I don't know.
Yeah, I put it on my eggs. It's delicious.
You know, another secret is Jell-O Pudding, the packets, like vanilla chocolate. They have a sugar-free one or no sugar, very, very low carb and sugar. Put that in your cottage cheese, very little. Not even the whole packet. I'm sorry, your cream of rice. You whip it into cream of rice and it makes it into like pudding. It's amazing. I ended up going with the unsweetened almond breeze, low fat half and half. I've never got this before. I wanted to get a small one they didn't have. Heavy cream is too much fat. The fat-free half and half that people told me, they said there's no fat. I read it. There is no fat, but there's carbs, sugar in it from cane sugar, so I don't want that. This I'll probably be using very, very little, tiny amount when I make the ice cream to give it a little bit more like that thick, creamy density. And cheese, I went with sharp cheddar cheese. And that's it. The dairy, very, very little. I don't use a lot. The cheese, I might use tiny amount daily till it's finished and then not buy it again. And that half and half would probably last me a month, but I probably won't end up using it all. I think that's it. I really didn't need much today. I think we're good. Let's go eat some sushi.